Hello, friends. I am a somewhat sick, but can still stand here and play Golden Tee. Kevin Lindsay, Adam Kramer.
Hello, hello.
Why did I said Lindsay and I sound like I was like a 13-year-old
That's
boy?
the least of your problems.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, this is Golden Blab, episode 26. As I was just telling Adam, it's like when your favorite TV show goes away for the winter, and now we're back.
Stranger Things. There hasn't been a Stranger Things episode in like 2 years, right?
Right.
We're not that bad. We were in hibernation, but look.
But this is why we are back. World Championship qualifying starting in, by the time you guys see this, a day?
Yes.
March 1st, Golden Tee PGA Tour 2025 commercial games, goldentee.com/locations. But so much more to talk about that as we get started. Now I hear rumors around the block that Bear Lodge is the course that people are going to be playing a lot of to try to get their top score in our monthly score contest for World Championship qualifying.
So we're going to show you how easy it is.
And how easy it is. Yes, I love that.
Maybe not. Worlds, July, Las Vegas, Palms. We had a blast last year.
34 under, holy shit.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to go 35 right now.
Yeah. I think in general, for those who were there, we heard a lot of really good feedback about the venue. I will say we have some more surprises to come. That is not meant to be a tease. It's because these surprises are not fully completed just yet. Is that the shot here?
No, I just wanted to do something different.
Well, that's different.
So it wasn't drivable, so
to be clear, I'm asking genuinely, is that the shot?
No.
This is feeling shush-ish, although that, speaking of which, that would be different. So we had a great time last year at the venue. We'll have more information.
The one thing I think really quick on that note we can say, because I told players in Florida, I don't know if that's where I wanted to be lined up with, but that's okay.
I was trying to protect you.
The biggest thing that we heard from the players, which we absolutely understand and agree, was drink prices.
Yes.
Oh, God. Okay. And that is the number one thing, when talking with the people over at the Palms that we want to rectify, which we have, essentially. And I know if I didn't start with that, when I'm in Sussex next weekend for the tournament, I would get, beaten over the head with those kind of questions.
Yeah, that was quite truly on our list of things.
You couldn't put the flat putt for me?
No, I just want you to put this into.
Yeah.
Lead a little right. Yeah, that was when we went back to the Palms and said, hey, we really loved it, but what can we do differently? That was bullet point 1, 2, and 3. And thankfully, that's also a relatively easy bullet point to start with. We love the venue. We had a great time. The people had a great time. It was awesome for those who stayed at the Palms. I know people move around. Being able to walk down right to the venue for us, they're long days. So maybe this is more selfish than anything else.
And I'll let people in behind the curtain a little bit. One of the key people to the setup for Palms this year is actually our old friend Laura De La Cruz, who used to work at the Orleans with Boyd Gaming. So hard. Well, I actually missed it, so I think you should be good with just hitting it straight.
Well, you know me. I don't hit the ball very hard.
Well, it's all right. But Laura has been very instrumental in saying, hey, when we did these events a few years ago at the Orleans, she knows our group really well, and she's been very helpful in, hey, this is what we need, and she's, essentially kind of, hey, done. Yeah,
I think we're going to be out there in a couple of weeks. We're going to look at the venue with fresh eyes to see if we could reposition things. We always want to look to do things better. But it's a great space. It's a great location, great venue. We are really, really excited to be back. Things like odds and other stuff that we did last year. Oh, that looked
the camera. Yeah,
that was did you dirty. But we're gonna look. Yeah, there's the bear. We're gonna look to really kind of capitalize on that stuff. Any other for the event itself?
No, I mean, mentioning us being in Vegas in a few weeks is a good point. It's another good excuse as to why we haven't done a podcast between the holidays, end of year stuff, beginning of year stuff, and frankly, just a lot of travel, which you think after many years of having trade shows in January and February and then travel in March, we'd be used to it. You always think you have more time than you do, and but it feels good to be back into this rhythm.
Yeah, we were at the PGA Merchandise Show, which was awesome. The weather was horrific in Florida. This was a couple of weeks before the, or a week maybe before
Yeah.
the power
God.
events.
But it actually made the show better for us.
Yeah, people didn't want to go outside. It was
Yeah.
that is the worst weather I've ever been a part of when it comes to Florida. I mean, it was unbelievable. Also, I could see why the Bear Lodge thing is a thing.
Well,
Look at the Bear Lodge Express. That's awesome.
Yeah, and you think about, we didn't drive hole 1. I don't think that setup was there. But when you get 1 and 2, and you hit a better shot than I did, like Adam did here, you're talking about three eagles within 4 holes.
So, and that's a good segue to qualifying, because we'll talk about other Golden Tee things, but let's talk about qualifying. So, with tour mode, when we were planning...
Oh, boy.
Good chip.
Let's restart. Yes,
Yeah.
over.
With, no, this will be the restart moment. Hold on.
It's like the first 2 holes of Rattlesnake Bridge. It's like you make one
Nope,
mistake.
I'm out.
Let's start over.
So, with tour mode coming and events going, this will be me, I guess, fine.
Yes.
We wanted to make a change. And we talked about this when we were doing the update last year, you and I. When I started at IT, we did the qualifiers were very similar to what we're going to do this year, right? Which was these larger prize play oriented number of games in a certain month or number of games in a certain time period. Obviously, we did open qualifying. We've done a bunch of different things. So with the changes to the modes that we offer, we talked about maybe we'll still, tying it to tour mode, but it kind of felt like its own thing, and we wanted to kind of keep it its own entity. And so in some ways, this is kind of a back to the roots type of qualifier, which, like, we see the data. The most popular game mode is 50-man prize play, and so let's tie this to things that people are already, we know that they're already playing, right? And that was kind of the goal.
Now, what people are hearing while listening to this, they're saying, it's just a money grab for IT. Okay, I thought we were going to be restarting there.
God, that was bad. That was bad.
Now, and while though
Talking and scoring, for me, there's a direct correlation, and those things are like opposite. I think you're a better talking goal. You know how that's the best drunk Golden Tee player in the world. Yeah. I'm the worst verbal communication Golden Tee player in the world.
I like your putter. Where did you get it? Minus the fact that you just missed it.
You like it? You can have it. Yeah, it's available for one more day, right? Like this is you
right.
got one more day to get my outfit. My entire outfit is this month's bundle. I am so pissed right now. But go ahead.
I was just gonna say, there's definitely been. We get a lot of shit, especially you and I, because we are, we've been around this community for so long, and we know a lot of these players. But
so hard.
What's funny is you get the people that go, oh, that outfit, that bundle, like, it's stupid, it's weird, why would people buy it? Again, this is the podcast to bring you guys, behind the curtain a little bit. I will say the first week alone of the bundle, we had like more bundles sold at $15 than we did the previous month, like the last 2 weeks.
Well,
like,
I'll also
love that, like, fun and like crazy stuff.
I think that when we launched the PGA Tour platform, I think we had, and obviously a lot has changed. Specifically when it comes to the tour, our relationship, and everything else. But we went maybe a little too hard the other way of like serious golf clothes. And also, hold that thought. I'm talking to myself. Well, that's not even close. Now I'm in my own head. But we also we're recreating clothing, so you have to make foundationally stuff that fits, like, a new golf shirt, right? So obviously clothing has been a very popular topic, but to make a new golf shirt that looks good, that translates better, that's not 20 years old. Now we're kind of like, let's get back to our roots. This is fun. I mean, this is it's ridiculous.
By the way, just to be clear, he's talking about the outfit, not this look on hole 7, which is not fun.
No, but this
is
okay.
Yeah, this isn't bad.
I mean,
but this is one of the holes. This is one of the holes that actually got harder with the new tees.
Yeah, I know. It tucked it in a little bit. This isn't as bad. So I think that with these bundles, to me, it's like a mix of things. But the more ridiculous within reason, the better. Like, It's absurd. There should be some absurd. This is Golden Tee after all.
Exactly.
Let's see here. Hold on.
Well, I'll talk. Well, I don't know if I'll screw you.
No, you're fine. This is now. I'm not. Well, I am that bad. But if I'm that bad, I deserve it.
So for commercial qualifying, 65 spots. That's a great shot, by the way.
Thank you.
65 spots. Top 20 players with the best average over all 2025 courses, including the retees.
30 game average.
Yep.
This is very similar to what we used to do. Harken back to when we had Worlds before Worlds went away, and then we brought it back, and then we tried different formulas. This was kind of the method that we did.
Yeah, so it's March. It's 3 separate months. March, April, and May. The top 20 players will earn their spot. Top 30 games. You can play as many as you want. I'm sure a bunch of you will be playing Bear Lodge. You guys have made that clear, which is fine, which is fun. And then the last 5 spots are actually going to be decided by something a little bit different, which is going to be a lock condition contest. It's kind of our final call. It's June 1st through June 8th. Top 5 players with the best 5 course scores will earn their qualifying spot. So it's very much akin to a National Golden Tee Tour event. You only have those 5 courses to get that score and to make it the top 32, except this is the top 5. It is kind of one of the, it's we call it the final call for commercial qualifying.
Yeah. So I will say the lock conditions is really kind of exciting. We've given out codes. Obviously, if you've played in a live event before, you know the drill, right? You get a lock conditions code, you play, your scores get tabulated, we add it up. Tour mode in itself is a weekly lock conditions contest, albeit tied to a singular course. So the idea here, one style is repetition. The other style is make your 5 games count. I think there'll be more of like this in the future. I will say, I don't think we're married to any format now. I think we're having some really exciting conversations. I also think that with some of the stuff we're talking about for next vintage, next cycle, this upcoming year's update, there will be some really cool potential tie-ins that we can do with Worlds.
Anything you want to talk about?
No, not yet. And not, again, kind of like the Worlds teases, like, we gotta see the clay harden a little bit.
It still is only February.
I really think this is kind of a year where we're gonna try some different stuff. We're going back to the basics in some regard. I'm not thumb putting anymore.
I don't even need to ask how that went. I will say, and I'm gonna probably get shit for this, but the one thing about some of the putters that makes it tough is like that putter is really adorable and it's hilarious and it's fun. When I was putting a couple of your putts from like 4 feet, I'm like, damn.
I can't blame the putter.
Well,
I see what you're saying though. Like, and we've had this forever since we've did. I know some of the gold, the mining axe and stuff. Where
it's just like massive space.
For me, I feel lost up there. So the only answer is to get it very close to the hole that you put my balls in. I don't know why that sounds more awkward than it did.
I think it's because you said it so slowly.
Balls?
You like put my balls in.
Well, you what did you say earlier? You've got some cough drops over there, and you talked about putting hulls in your mouth. And I didn't say it. I said hulls, cough drops. Look, everyone hears you. You're sick. Mm-hmm. We're worried about you. Your voice sounds all right though right now. It's holding up way better than. Wait. Oh no. Wait, maybe.
You're all right now, but you'll at least have a nice putt. Well,
define nice.
I forgot. Putting's not your strong suit right now.
All right.
So,
yeah.
You want to just walk away from the machine like some players do at tournaments and just.
No, this is. Just give me the flat putt.
I think you're one of the only people I know that appreciates the flat putts more than anything. They always throw.
Yeah, that's gonna haunt everybody else. Me, it's like, oh, thank God. I have no further comment at this time. What other Worlds-related stuff?
Closest to the Pin live, obviously.
For sure.
Well, I can't even say obviously because Closest to the Pin went away. We brought it back. 2 spots now, but that's how we always start. And
that's a great point. Yes, that is a big change at that event. I didn't really even put the 2 and 2 together, then that's going to be the center.
Which I will say, you know, everyone gave Target Rush a hard time, but I think it was the most appreciation it has.
Oh, when it was live?
It
Yeah.
was live at the qualifier
Totally.
last year, or at the championship.
I totally agree. Look, the data said what everybody wanted or what they didn't want, but when it came to the qualifier itself, that was quite fun. Chaotic. I remember trying to call that.
It's very hard to call.
Yeah, I'm pumped. We're going to Vegas in a few weeks. But like, to me, this is the latest we've done qualifying in a while, and it's not a negative. I actually think I think of like March. I think of a basketball tournament starting. I think of Masters nearing. We've got a live Golden Tee event. We've got qualifying. March has always been we're in Vegas for a trade show. March is a very good month. Is it me?
It's you.
Hi.
Remember that chip I got jacked on like 10
yes.
seconds ago?
I do. So other things too. So we have another patch coming out, which potentially will be, could be the last patch. We'll see, depending on what we want to do before the update. But there was a fix in place that we're still testing, and we wanted this pod to be not just promotional based, but also what we're working on. And we have seen a track mode slowdowns, right? Not going to impact the actual game itself. But in the track mode, you could see some chugginess that's driven me absolutely mad for a while. And we've been on the chase of this thing for a really long time. Well, we found the source of it. It's a piece of legacy code that's been there forever. Dang. Well, I can't miss that pot. I actually could.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And the fix is in. So while this isn't going to change gameplay, the presentation of the game is hugely important.
Especially at trade shows, as we're talking
Well,
about.
not only that, but like, you know, walking up to a game and like this is truly something that is it's kind of like needle in the haystack. And it's been in the game a really long time, but our courses are getting bigger in terms of size, better looking, especially like the new courses and the graphics. And that's actually what's unearthed this. Fascinating, nerdy gameplay stuff. But it's also really good. I think it's going to be a big change. So that's the biggest change. Build-A-Bags. If you want to do the honor.
Yeah, so we're bumping up the number of Build-A-Bags from 10 to 20.
We said we would do it. What do I do here?
Just do
Right there?
Yeah, it doesn't really change much from the original.
I'm just scared. Putting's bad.
You should just tell people you haven't played a game since our last video in November.
Sadly, that's not true. I wish it were true. So yes, we are bumping up Build-A-Bags. In fact, part of this, one of the things we're putting an emphasis on, and it's not just lip speak. We've got a living, breathing doc with it. It's kind of a quality of life initiative. Build-A-Bag's a great one. People have wanted it. What we need to do a better job of is find time within kind of the development schedule of courses and updates to make sure that these things are tackled in an appropriate time. I'm excited that this is coming.
Yeah.
I know it's been asked, and we want to keep, tackling those things that people want that make sense for the game.
Yeah, especially with the number of courses, the retees, all that. The different game modes. It's been a number of. That might have been the best shot you've hit in a while.
I have game, right? But like,
I didn't know that actually.
Well, I have. I'm gonna miss that putt, but
Oh no, don't worry. I'll make sure.
There's still a Golden Tee player in there somewhere deep, but you got to watch a couple of like left threes that are going to miss. To do it.
But the quality of life stuff is important.
Huge.
Whether it's myself, you, Travis, or anybody really at the tournaments, it's a good opportunity for us, just like it will be in a week and a half, not even a week, at the tournament in Sussex, which is always a favorite. And it's hard. It sounds like we say that all the time.
It's a good looking shot. Oh.
Okay, so first off, I hit your shot. Second of all, I can say this because it's our podcast. What the fuck was that?
It stopped.
Okay, let me try it again. What the?
Hit it a little closer.
him to look closer.
Thanks for the GSPs.
That's
Hey, that's a
actually
pretty
hilarious.
good shot.
Did that like hit the pin and just rest?
I think it. I don't know what it did, but it is clearly.
Okay, well I have to. I'm going to change to just us really quick because that.
No, that did what it was supposed to. That stopped, and frankly, I'm a little mad that it did.
Yeah, I could.
Because that would have been good for the old score.
Yeah, I could have given you shot of the week, or Andy could have. Well, I guess you might as well take your honor back.
Thanks for the GSPs. I'm trying to think what else in the world of Golden Tee. I will say it was amazing. We were talking about the viewership for the Florida event, the first event of the year. Mm-hmm. Online viewership was way up, which is awesome.
And Florida is normally the #1 event. It's funny. It's #1 to a lot of people because you think early February, and for us, like in the Midwest, started to get cold. Like I think when we went to the PGA show the week before the Florida tournament, I think I left. It was like -10. They shot. It was like -10 with like a -20 wind chill.
Well, that's part of it too, right? People are like ready to. We've had a terrible winter here, so people are like bored out of their minds. So hey, here's a little Golden Tee. I also saw there was I was searching on Twitter. There was a college basketball game that they had to move over, and the Golden Tee 2019 World Championship was being shown, and people online were furious that they were missing their college basketball game while the Golden Tee World Championship was playing out. So
That's
years later,
amazing.
that thing is still being watched. I think it was like last week. Thought I missed.
Were you a little worried there?
Oh yeah. You could see that these are not the most genuine strokes that we were putting on the trackball. Right? This is not driving.
No.
Was it to be over to the left side? Is that the?
I think honestly.
I think that's actually a new. Yeah, why not? Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can go left and have the wind, like have a shot of the rough with the wind in your face, or you can go right and kind of play the wind from the fairway.
All right. Well, that looks nice with that wind.
Just for the hell of it, I'll go this way.
What I like about this format, right? 30 games. Okay, it's a decent amount of games in the month. People who are watching this probably vary in terms of how often they're going to play. A lot of the world's guys who you've seen in the past who've qualified, they play a lot of games. That being said, what is cool about this format, I remember, even pre-IT, trying to qualify. That one went in.
The best thing is you could watch the video back and you could actually see me calling it.
Leave no doubt there. But the cool thing was, like, when you got one of those great games, for me at the time, it was like, oh, a 15 under. But when you got one of those great games, it felt good because you stockpile that one in your 30, right?
Exactly.
I love that. I love that about the format.
Well, and what's interesting too, and I joke and with the players out there that said, "Oh, it's going to be a Bear Lodge Fest." Now we're not playing that great, but outside of that, with Bear, you're not always going to have the driving setups.
No,
and so it's very much you're kind of not even taking a risk, but you're taking a chance. You can only play 10 of the same course per day.
Yep.
So you may try to play a shit ton of Bear Lodge to build up that score, but it's not always going to be the case.
No, and I hear that feedback. Like we will, that's fair in terms of, and that was the case many moons ago in terms of course access, course limitations, whatever you want to call it. Sit down now.
I should have hit that a little softer.
Sorry. But that's something. That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it opens up kind of the ideas in our head of like, okay, well, maybe we limit it. Maybe Adam doesn't put this in the water. Not really sure here.
Yeah, it's not looking so hot. But I've hit some good cuts.
You actually probably have a better chance. That's beautiful. You have a better cut shot with that wood, even though it's a 6-wood, than I did with the bird.
Agreed. Yeah,
just because it comes in so
a bird, it looked like me. No offense.
I
should have shut my mouth. I should have shut my mouth.
I just want you to go first on 18 here.
So 18. Yes, I recall this 18 hole. It torpedoed many rounds.
Look at that bullshit 40,000 GSPs for Baby Gal, which.
Oh my God! Now
this
is
is the longest setup I've actually seen. Now, with the right couple of bounces, you can either go in the water or get a long eagle.
Yeah, so, again, you know, historically you were teeing off way to the left.
Which wasn't always a gimme
No.
either.
No, but this is you really can't, like, bring it in. I mean, you can bring it in left to right, but that's a delicate beast, because if you miss, you're going to end up in Shitsville down there.
Yes, which getting stuck next to that wall is not great.
Is this,
I think your best bet is to tee it high and aim to the left.
and let it fly?
Yeah. It's golden.
Is this the hardest 18-hole setup? I mean, there's harder, like, risk-reward, but this is pretty...
I think more if you're trying to get the eagle for qualifying, yes. Especially because a lot of the holes have nicer setups.
Oh, no. Sit. No. Why did it go so far? Actually, that's not that bad. This is an easy game. I'm good at it.
I hope my ball stops fucking right before
I shouldn't have. I thought that 17 was going to hit that harder.
I thought so too, honestly.
And now I got to hit a chip that will undoubtedly roll off. Yeah, you got a much more aggressive line. I like that. That is
Well, I was hoping for more of the right kick, but...
a better shot. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. All right.
I was hoping to get to at least 30, but honestly, with the mistakes I made, happy that I'm close.
Well, what could possibly go wrong?
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
You asked and you shall receive.
I want that again. Give it to me. Oh.
Call Jim up right now. All right, there you go.
You know.
Hey, you know what? To save par, 26 is respectable.
It's something. It's a 26 with a...
Woo!
And a 28. Well, there you go.
Ugh. All right, well... Any final thoughts?
No, we're excited about Worlds. Like we said, we had more stuff to talk about. More surprises, things that we're going to finalize. March 1st through... this is the best part. We have 3 months, basically, of Worlds qualifying. And from a PGA commercial standpoint, it starts, like, now. So enjoy.
Yeah, GoldenTee.com, home qualifying starting in April. A few other qualifying options for our non-prize play friends. And, like Adam said, a lot of surprises. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys again soon for episode 27 of the Golden Blab.
A little less than a gallon.